Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back. Muslima series in Building a Sunnah Home. It's Tehniat Jabeen. Today I am going to share with you another stories, and in this episode I am going to discuss three of our motivation. So our topic is women in the time of the prophets, Asiyah, Maryam and Hajar al-Islam. This is the story of courage, faith and tawakkul. When life was at its darkest, these women lit the path with their faith. They were not warriors in armor, they were warriors of heart. Asiyah al-Islam, Maryam and Hajar al-Islam shows us what true strength looks like. Complete trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even when the world collapses around you. Some women broke walls, some walked alone, and some changed the course of history. Not with armies or speeches, but with sabr, sujood, and surrender to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today we look at these three such women, were women whose names were written in the heavens. The first I'm going to share with you, Asiya bint Muzahim, the queen who chose Jannah. Her background is, as we all know, wife of Fir'aun, the most tyrannical ruler in history. She had all the power, wealth, and status, but her heart attached with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not the palace. She never attached her heart with the wealth, with that place where she lived like a queen. Her powerful duas in Quran, Allah noticed that. Allah noticed those words in Quran and mentioned for us, my Lord, build for me near you a house in paradise. رب ابني لي عندك بيتا في الجنة. O my Lord, build for me a near you a house in. What she asked for? A palace, a big home near Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She asked for Jannah because her goals were very clear. She knew that this, what she already had, this is not the reality. This life is not for the long life. She knew that this life is short. She knew that Allah is there and we have to surrender Him. Do you think what makes her remarkable? She believed in Musa alayhi salam when everyone else feared Fir'aun. There are so many Fir'aun in our lives as well, and we ignore the reality. We ignore the truth of this life and life hereafter. And sometimes unconsciously we follow those Fir'aun. But she understood the Musa is the truth. What is he saying? It is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She stood firm when tortured by his own husband and chose death, our disbelief. She chose the path where she can connect and meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah immortalized her dua, not her pain, not her status, but her faith. What is the lesson from this story? What we can learn and earn from this story? You can be surrounded by dunya, but your heart can still belong to akhirah. And real power is not in your surroundings, but in your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you can say no to oppressions, even if it cost you everything. Now let's move in another story. Story of Maryam bint Imran, the woman of purity and devotion. She was chosen and purified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As it's mentioned in Quran, O Maryam, Allah has chosen you and purified you and chosen you above all the women of the world. If you know her background and her story as Hazrat Hannah alayhi salam, she given her child to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before her birth. Even she did not knew that this baby will be the girl. Since her childhood, she lived Hazrat Maryam alayhi salam. She lived her life in ibadah and she faced the biggest test, that was giving birth without a husband, without sin, and without support. Can you imagine? As a mother of two, I can imagine this. That time you need very close person. And as a weak, sometimes we say some human should be near us, our parents, our spouse, or very close. Do you know? She had Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala near her. Let's see what makes her remarkable and let's learn lessons from her life. She stayed silent and she continuously trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the storm of accusations. She stayed calm, she stayed silent and trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the storm of accusations. She gave birth to Isa alayhi salam under a palm tree with no human aid, but Allah provided her water, shade, and reassurance. She is the role model of haya, submission, and unwavering faith. Can you share your lesson in comment section? Let me share some of my own lessons that I wrote with myself when I was reading about the Maryam alayhi salam, and I was feeling very emotional when I have read about her in deep. That you are not defined by what people say. You are defined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are defined by what Allah knows about you, not people who judge you, who give you comments, who tell you what you are. They are not your God. They are not your Lord. And when people leave you, Allah stays with you. And your modesty and silence, this is your power. This is your biggest, and loudest strength. So let's come with me. The story of Hajar alayhi Islam, the woman who ran between his, the woman who ran between the hills. Her story is a bit different. She left alone by her husband Ibrahim alayhi Islam due to some reasons in desert, not out of neglection, but as a test. There were no water, there is nothing to eat, no people, no surrounding. There is just a crying of her baby and an empty land. She ran here and there. She ran between Safa and Marwa 7 times looking for water. Can you imagine? You are running on the same place for same thing, still running, and you know that there is nothing. Then why you are running over there? Because of hope and tawakkul. She knew that Allah is there. When Ibrahim alayhi salam left her there, she asked why you are leaving me and with whom? He told him, he told her, with Allah. This is the main power. This is the main power, sisters. And Allah responded not after the first round, but after the seventh round. From her sabr and tawakkul came the miracle of Zamzam, a spring that runs to the day. And this is a big blessing for us, for you as well. And we are drinking the Zamzam even now. And this Allah make the signs of Him. Subhanallah. So can you see there is so much big motivation for us even if we are in situation we are feel hopeless, everything is like in its end, everything is just stopped, everything is just stuck, we are in the situation like we feel like in a jail, we are not able to move. Just remember, don't stop running, don't stop your efforts. Every effort you make, everything you do, Allah is watching. For your child, for your home, for your deen, it is seen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm saying these words that is coming from my mouth. I'm feeling like something inside my heart. This is very emotional, sister. In our life, there are so many struggles. Even we get up, we have so many tests in the same day. It could be our test from our spouse, it could be from our children, maybe someone is facing loneliness. There is so much. But never stop running. Never stop trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and hope there will be Zamzam. There will be something for you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is something for you and me. Trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and trust the process. Can we name her strength, her message for you to Asiyah alayhi salam? I feel like it's faith under oppression. No one can take the faith, the courage you have like Asiyah alayhi salam. even how many own you are facing in your daily life, no matter what is it. The faith do you that you have, that is your strength. You can choose Jannah in a place of tyranny. Then we see Maryam alayhi salam. This shows us spiritual purity, silence, and trust. Allah see you when no one else see you. She was in pain while giving birth. Allah told her that eat this fruit, drink water, and He is with you. He is with you all the time. Hajar al-Islam, efforts and tawakkul. In loneliness, she find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She find and she even I will say that she saw her du'as coming in front of her and she saw how Allah accepted her dua. Can you feel there is no water? There is no people and you see it now? How you feel like desert, you know? Can you imagine? Subhanallah. Never give up. Your struggles writes your legacy. And we can see her legacy. Subhanallah. These are the mothers who prepared the nation through their generation. We are not a tiny thing. We are not the oppressed one. You can see in this story, you can learn from here. And in nowadays, I will just remind you and see their stories. They did not post anything. They did not preach. They did not said anything by their mouth to teach us, to teach you and me. But their stories reached to the sky, and now we are reading and learning from it. So, dear sister, carry their legacy. You are a daughter of Hajar alayhi salam. Your struggles really matters. You are a sister of Maryam alayhi salam. Your modesty is your strength, no matter where we are. Even you are sitting in America, UK, Canada, no matter where we are. It's our legacy. We have to keep it. And a student of Asiyah alayhi salam. Your iman is your crown. Allah honors women of faith and patience. We don't need fame, approval, or worldly status. We need a heart that trusts Allah. Our quiet strength can change generations. Now it's up to us which way we are going to choose. Jazakallah khair. This were our today's episode. Hopefully we learn a lot from this story and we are going to follow this in daily life. Inshallah khair. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Share your thoughts in comment sections and signing off till next episode. جزاك الله خير. السلام عليكم.